What's up, guys? This is the second video. I'm more awake now. My first video, I was tired, I was exhausted, and I was very monotone. And I looked back on it and I was like, I did it because I wanted to, and I even touched on it. I did it even though I didn't want to at that moment. But I kept doing that, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'll do it later. Well, later never came. So I finally pulled myself up by my bootstraps, I guess you could say, and did it. So I'll look back on that first video, and I did already, and I was like, oh, I gotta change that, but at least I did it. And this is the second video. I'm doing it. The ball is rolling, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. And, in that first video, I kind of wanted to elaborate a little bit more on owing it to yourself. Like I said, I owe it to myself to do this, to make myself happy. Because I've talked about it, and, I've made videos and stuff in the past. I've put stuff together for, like, compilation videos or, like, short videos or short films or whatever. And I have tons and tons of film and tons of stuff to edit and put together, and I did do a lot of it, but I never finished it, like I said, and I owe it to myself to get something done. And while I have that sitting, I have to get a new laptop to do all that, so you're going to see some more super creative stuff out of me, but this is a good start. I owe it to myself to be happy, to do the things that I want to do, that make me happy, that bring me life, that keep me alive, keep me going. I don't owe it to anybody else, and nobody owes anything to me either. It was very easy to fall into those traps of, like, oh, they owe it to me, or I owe it to them. Like, oh, what? Oh, I owe what to who for what reason? And who owes what to me for what reason? You know what I mean? Like, I've been trying to remove that feeling, and it's been so far removed now, it's hard for me to even think of why, like, any logical reason why I haven't been doing this. And yeah, I could blame it on the addiction, I could blame it on the sadness and the depression. It's very easy, but nothing good ever came easy, A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Only in the toughest tides do you come out on top. So here I am. Speaking of tough times, I'm on my 1 hour drive home from work. I do it every day to a place I work at that I don't want to work at anymore. And it's a 1-lane road this way and a 1-lane road that way. Super long. It's kind of low risk, so that's why I'm making this video. Like I said, it's easy to pay attention on this road. But yeah, it's easy to recognize when you're sad. You know what I mean? That's what I was getting at. It's easy to recognize when you're sad. It's hard to recognize when you're happy if you haven't felt that for a while. I can't count how many times I've sat behind the bars of my depression with a tin cup saying, help me, woe is me, pity me. Or just sat in the corner and didn't say anything at all. And it was bad. It was terrible. I hated feeling like that, and hate's a strong word, and I try not to say it, but I hate feeling like that. And it only makes me more angry. I have to control that emotion. And especially when you feel it in that moment, it's hard to pull yourself out of it. And it's hard to see how you can get out and be happy. Because a lot of people think that happiness is something that you have to achieve. Like, it's a goal that you set for yourself. I'll be happy when I get that new laptop. I'll be happy when I get that new girlfriend. I'll be happy when I get out of my parents' house. I'll be happy when I stop drinking. I'll be happy when. Well, when? Just like, when will I start these videos? You owe it to yourself, because nobody's going to save you. Nobody really, cares at the end of the day. And I know that's harsh, because I have my friends who care, and I care about my friends and my family, and they care about me, and we check in and we touch base. But when I'm 50, 60 miles away at work, and for 8 to 10 hours of my day, nobody cares. You know what I mean? Even in the back of my mind, I'm not saying, oh, I hope these people are thinking about me, or I hope that they feel sorry for me. Like, no one does that. Nobody does that. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to be happy where you are with what you have. You don't have to do anything else for anybody. Nobody has to do anything for anyone. You don't have to do anything. Nobody has to do anything. I don't have to be making these videos, but I want to. And I guess that's what establishes human connection. You know what I mean? The want. And it's very easy to want things. You know what I mean? It's very easy. I don't want much. I don't need much, personally. I have a couple of really good friends and family. I have a job that's paying me. I have a car that gets me where I want to go and takes me to where I need to be. I mean, need. Not necessarily need. I don't need to do it. But, it's all barriers, you know what I mean? There's all prerequisites to get what we want. And we need to do certain things to get what we want. So the goal is to want less, so that you need less to be happy. I guess that's what the Buddha was trying to say. You know what I mean? Lack of attachment of material possessions and desires, and let that go, and you'll achieve enlightenment and reach nirvana. But what if that is on earth? What if heaven is on earth? What if we're happy here? What if this is all we have? Don't we owe it to ourselves to be happy? To do the things that we want to do, despite whatever anyone else may think about it or say about it? I feel like we do. We owe it to ourselves. I owe it to me. I know I do. And I'm going to keep saying it, because you owe it to yourself. And in a way, I feel like I might owe it to the world, because the world has helped me in so many ways, even though it's let me down in so many ways too. I want to give back. And I know, again, I don't have to do this. I don't have to, give back, so to speak, if this is what I'm classifying as. It's not really. I'm doing this for myself. Like I said, I owe it to me. But in a way, I feel like it's also giving back. It's funny how the world works, isn't it? The human mind's trying to rationalize why we do anything, when everything doesn't really need a reason. It just kind of is. I don't have a reason, or need a reason, to do these videos or say what I'm saying. I want to. It's a desire. It's what makes me happy. I don't pick what makes me happy. Happy is a feeling. A feeling to experience, to be achieved. No, not to be achieved, I'm sorry. Happiness is an experience to be had, to be felt. Not something to be achieved, to be attained, to go for, to get, to reach. It's not a destination. Happiness isn't a destination, or a point in time, or a person, or a song, or a snack. Happiness is, it's just this universal thing. Happiness just is. It is happiness, just like sadness is, or grief, or joy, or contemplation, or these are just feelings that we have to reconcile with, not something to reach. And we owe it to ourselves to try to do the things that we need to do or want to do to be happy. Like, I wasn't born into this world with the, like, I wasn't born knowing I would like rock music or rap music or to eat pretzels or to my favorite Italian sub. My favorite food would be like an Italian sub. I wasn't born into this world, with that, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that is what it is. You know what I mean? That is what it is. I like rock music. I didn't pick that for me. That's just what my brain says. That's where it comes from. So who am I to avoid listening to rock music? You know what I mean? I get enjoyment, dopamine, serotonin out of making videos and making music. And that all starts from a very young age, people telling us like, oh, why do you like that? That's stupid, that's weird, that's crazy. And we suppress that from a very young age. And we shouldn't be suppressing those feelings, those desires, those wants. We have to build that. I had a lot of people suppress who I was as a child and growing up. And still to this day, people try to tell me who to be and how to be and what to do and what to say. And, well, you know what I say to them. I don't owe you anything. Because I don't. Who is anyone to tell you otherwise, You like what you like. Do what you like to do. That'll make you happy. I guess what I'm trying to say is, by keeping track of what you do, and how you do it, and how you feel, it's easier to recognize when you can be happy and what to do to make yourself happy. Because at the end of the day, we close our eyes and go to sleep, and we wake up and everything refreshes, everything clicks differently. We strap back into a new day because it's a new life, and we gotta feel good. It's all in the day, it's in the moment, because this is all we have. Like I said in my last video, this is all we have. This is our body, this is our temple, so to speak. And if we're going to spend the rest of our lives inside of our bodies doing these things, we might as well make it a nice place to be. So, I guess that's all I really wanted to say. I'll talk more about, I don't know what I'll talk about in the next video. It'll kind of just come to me. But I'm going to make another video. Again. Maybe I'll make it later today and post it tomorrow. Maybe I'll make another one tomorrow and post it the next day or whatever. Who knows? All I know is I'm going to keep this ball rolling, and I hope that in 365 days on May 18th, I'll have 365 videos up. So, looking forward to it. Much love. See you in the next video, guys.